how you can extend these as well. So I've got a huge piece of card and we're going to be using this fabulous set. Look at this. That is a 12 by 4 inch card. If you want to make a statement, this is the one to go, or you know, these are the sizes you can be thinking about working with, or even A4 size if you want. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to stamp and we are going to use this. Now I may not stamp all the layers on this one. We may just do, I think, layers 2 and 3. I think we're going to just do layer 2 and 3 on this one. So for this one, I've got these stamps, so I've got a nice new packet to play with today. Right, what we're going to do is use those. I'll pop those to one side and grab, what colours did I use? So I'll just make sure that I use the same ones. Green topaz and smoked emerald. Yes, green topaz and smoked emerald. So smoked emerald is one of my beautiful ones here. There we are, smoked emerald and grasshopper. That's not the colour I want. Green topaz, there we go. So what we're going to do in this one is we are going to look at how you can tessellate layering stamps. So the first thing we're going to do is stamp layer 2. This will give me a beautiful, beautiful stamp. And this one, the second stamp, it's going to be the mid colour that I use. So this is going to be using the green topaz. So let's just pull that away. There we are. Keep hold of your sheets, the carrier sheets that these come on, because what that will do is it will enable you to, if you store your stamps on them, you will know immediately which ones you've got. So I'm going to put a good amount of stamp, and I'm just going to move my paper so it's hanging off, so I'm not trying to balance on the edge because you don't need to. So again, I'm just going to stand up, get that lined up and press down. There we go. It's looking good already, isn't it? Looking absolutely lovely already. Then I'm going to move it up and stamp my next one. So again, here we go. A little more of my green topaz. It's a beautiful Christmas green, this one, it really is. And then we are going to line up. Now what I'm lining up here, this bottom line will join, let me see if I can show you. So here was the top of the stamp set. So the bottom line is the bit I'm lining up. So I'm just going to make sure I've got it pretty much aligned. Should be about there. I think we're good there. And then stamp it down. And then when I lift this off, can you see there they will join? And that means you can just keep going and going and tessellating your stamps. Okay, I'm going to pop this on the carrier sheet and then we're just going to over stamp one layer. We may not do all of them, but we will definitely over stamp one of them. So I'm going to pop that to one side and I'm going to get, there we go. I'm going to get layer 3. Right, and I know it's layer 3 because there's a layer 3, there's a 3 in the corner. And for my third layer, I'm going to use the smoked emerald, which is the darkest of the 3 mineral greens. There we go. So let's just pop this on my stamping platform. We will pop this down. Now remember the tip, I will show you. Can you see, if I stamp that way, doesn't match underneath. If I turn this round and put it the right way round, there we go. There we go. Now look. You see? So use this carrier sheet just to make sure you're lining up and you're going to get that ink exactly where you need it. So when I stamp this up, I know that's what I've got to do. I've got to check that I've got this particular stamp up the right way. So there we go. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I am just lining up. So I'm looking through my stamp to make sure I have it lined up. And you can, you know, if you're not sure, press it down a bit just to have a look. And when I press that down a bit, I'm thinking, oh, I'm off a little bit, so I'm going to move it just slightly. Just slightly. Do you know, I'm going to show you another technique of doing this particular one as well. I'm going to sneak in an extra one. Right. There we go. And what that will have done, can you see, is that has given me all of that marvellous, marvellous dimension there. And then you do the same on the top. And what I'm going to do is make sure I've got my stamp the right way round again. Remember, let me just move that into the middle a bit. Remember now, the bottom of your stamp tessellates with the top if you're doing a run. So what I'm going to do is make sure, oh, let me see, up there. And remember again, you can push down just to have a look, and if you're happy with it, I'm just going to move it oh so slightly. Then you can push down, and when you release it, look at that. That is fabulous. That is really, really lovely. It's going to make a great long card or runner. Okay. I said I was going to show you a tip, a different way of maybe doing these. So, if you stamp layer 3 first, and some of you at home may find this works more easily for you. So, I'm just going to stamp my layer 3 down. So what that's given me is my outline already. So we're going to pop this and pop that back on the carrier sheet because I'm done with that one now. Then go back to layer 2 and pop layer 2 back on. Now this technique will not work as well with all stamps, but it's worth a try. It's worth a try if you find it easier to line up to an outline and line up to your darkest colour. This may be a method which works for you. And you know, if it does do it, you know, there's not going to be the craft police are not going to be coming round to your door and saying, oh no, you need to do it in the other order. So what we're going to do is pop that there. Now when you line up, you may find that it's easier for you to see the outline underneath, and then when you press down, you're still going to get a really good result. Can you see? So it's just another idea of the kinds of things that you can be doing with these. And you know, have a play, experiment. If you find it easier to do that now, there we are, that is definitely number 2. If you find it easier to stamp them in reverse, layer 3 with your darkest colour, layer 2 with your mid colour, and layer 1 with your lightest colour, give it a try.